Good evening, everyone. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Arena for varsity basketball competition. Please welcome our guests from Tavares High School. They are the Bulldogs. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Before we begin our game this evening, we ask that you please stand as we honor America with a presentation of colors by the Wekiva High School Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps program. Tonight's detail is under the command of Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Prince Rodriguez, carrying the U.S. flag. Carrying the Florida State flag is Senior Airman Jayla Martinez. Carrying the Air Force flag is Cadet Senior Airman Angelis Rivera, and the Rifle Guards are Cadet Technical Sergeant Kayla Davis and Cadet First Lieutenant Lorena Gonzalez. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And now, let's meet the teams. We'll begin with our guests from Tavares. And we'll start at point guard with 6'2" sophomore, number 1, Kevin Daniels. At shooting guard, 6' sophomore, number 24, Amari Walker. At center, 6'5" sophomore, number 12, Akeem Byfield. At guard, power forward, 6'4" junior, number 15, Dylan Campbell. And finally, for the Bulldogs, at center, their small forward, 5'11" freshman, number 2, Landon Samuel. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Starting at point guard with 6' junior, number 10, St. Pierre. At wing, a 6'4" junior, number 11, Jason Francelli. At guard, 6'4" sophomore, number 21, Kenny Just. At guard, 5'10" sophomore, number 25, Eric Nichols. And finally, for the Mustangs at guard, 5'9", senior, number 4, Joe Jansen. The officials for tonight's game are from the Central Florida Officials Association. Here in Orlando, we thank them for their dedicated service to our high school athletic programs and join them along with our participating schools, reminding everyone to make great sportsmanship a part of this and every athletic competition. The head coach of the Bulldogs, Berkeley Carey, for the Mustangs, Tracino Lubin. Those of you here in the arena, we want to remind you that we are live streaming tonight's game. You can watch online at nfhsnetwork.com. Search for either Tavares or Wekiva, or you can also catch us on YouTube. Even if you're not a member of NFHS Network, you can watch free. Just pull up the YouTube app on your favorite computer, smart TV, or mobile device and search Wekiva Sports. Again, the channel name Wekiva Sports. Make sure your friends and family back in Tavares, elsewhere in Apopka, or anywhere in the world know that they are welcome to join us. And we want to welcome those of you who have done just that. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs and sports information director here at Wekiva High School. And I am joined by Neil Fisher, longtime Apopka sports writer. We'll be taking you through tonight's Wednesday evening basketball action.
And thank you, Mark. As always, an excellent job of getting the pregame festivities. And we are underway here at Mustang Arena, home of the Wekiva Mustangs. They come in with a 5-11 record, obviously not up to what they had hoped for. No team wants to be 5-11, but still, with 8 games remaining, a chance to right the ship. And the first point scored off the bank, DeJesus.
DeJesus for 2 to put the Mustangs on the board.
On the other hand, Tavares comes in at 8-7. Of course, they're from Northern Lake County, and they even the score on the bank. So we are tied at 2-2.
Byfield picks up 2 to tie it for the Bulldogs.
So Wekiva on a more deliberate pace in terms of the shooting to begin this game than the normal in high school basketball in 2025. Possession will remain with Wekiva. Inbound pass to DeJesus. Out to St. Pierre, drives that lane, kick out to Johnson. Drain the rain.
Juju Johnson, 3.
Second lead change of the game. Back at the other end now, down by 3, the turnover. Nice job on the defensive end by Wekiva. And they'll go back to work 2 minutes into this midweek competition here at Mustang Arena. Stop, pop, and drop from Francillin.
Jason Francillin.
Wekiva with the 7-2 lead, largest of the game, although again, just over 2 minutes in. From the corner, the tray, first for Tavares, no dice. Snakes off that rim, and DeJesus, who's made his presence felt earlier through the first 2.5 minutes, ripping down the rebound. So Wekiva yet to miss a field goal, 3 of 3. Looking to extend that lead, up at 5 now, down low, into Francillin.
Jason Francillin.
So 9-2 lead now. Tavares back to work. Down by 7. 9-2's the score. The drive through the lane. That was Samuel, kicks it out.
3 for the Bulldogs.
And that'll cut the lead down to 9 to 5, 3.5 minutes in.
He juiced for 2.
Wekiva remains perfect from the field, 5 of 5, get the turnover at the other end. That's her first miss of the game, Nichols. But doing Windex work is the Jesus. Can't get the soft floater to find the mark. Air ball, and possession will remain with
Timeout,
Wekiva.
Bulldogs.
Possession remains with Wekiva, but as you just heard Mark say, our public address announcer,
30-second timeout called by Tavares.
we'll have a timeout first. 11 to 5, 4 minutes in on this midweek classic from Wekiva Mustang Arena.
Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Parchi here with Neil Fisher in a game that's been going about as well as you could ask for Wekiva. The possession that they're currently on is the only one that they haven't scored on yet. But the offensive rebound work has been giving them plenty of opportunities, and they're going to get another one.
Francelin, right wing extended, back up to the top of the key. St. Pierce resets the offense. Nichols, top of the key now, the two-man game with Francelin. Trying to make some headway into the paint, no dice, cut off, out to Nichols, splash!
3 for Eric Nichols.
That takes the lead to 9 at 3:19 first quarter, largest of the game for Wekiva. Back at the other end, Tavares needing some points, and they'll get a second opportunity as they get that loose ball, and they make good on it.
3 for Kevin Daniels.
Wekiva looking to answer, no dice. The nice tip work there by Nichols, but he can't bring it down. Give the rebound to Daniels.
Fouls called against Mustangs. Number 11, Jason Francelin, his first, the team's first. Tavares gets away with a poor inbound there. They're able to chase it down unchallenged into the backcourt. A long 2 jump shot for number 10, Campbell.
So Wekiva with the 14-10 lead sets up on the offensive end. Nichols in the corner. Bullseye.
3 for Eric Nichols.
Wekiva continues to hit the mark.
And that's one of those things, Neil, that success begets success. When you're feeling in the groove, when the game is going well for you, you're in the zone, and those threes start to fall. Kenny DeJuice is called in the push. That's his first, the team's second. And this will send Campbell to the line shooting 2.
And Mark, Yeah, I'd go even one step further, though, say in general, all the field goals, not just the three-pointers, but Wekiva's finding the mark tonight. Again, they made their first 4 free field goals, and now they're shooting over 75%. 1:45 remaining, a 17-11 lead. Wekiva's led throughout. We were tied at 2-2. Wekiva scored 5 in a row. They've gotten the lead as many as 9 here in this first quarter. Chance now for Tavares, though, to cut the lead down to 2 two-pointers. Can even get it down to a tray if they get one here. And no dice. Windex work, nice snag from DeJuice. Has certainly been in the early going the man we've called the most, Mark.
Nearly got another tray there from Nichols. That would have been his third.
Under a minute, first quarter, 17-11 lead for Wekiva. Neil Fisher, Mark Barchi, thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night. Wekiva again, 5-11. They need to pick up some wins here heading into that postseason. Still some time with 8 games remaining. And it starts tonight against Tavares, but that will certainly set them back.
3 for Samuels.
That'll cut the lead to 17-14, one possession. Closest Tavares has been since about 2 minutes. And now Nichols fends off Daniels, but in the end, Daniels winds up getting that loose ball.
Yeah, poor anemic pass coming in from Nichols there. I'll give him a pass on that one since he's been so brilliant from range. And there Samuels gets whacked on the way up.
Yeah, and actually it was Samuel who got tied up there with Nichols.
Fouls called against Mustangs. Number 1,
before
Darian Thomas, his first, the team's third. Samuel shooting.
Samuel tied the ball up with Nichols right before that turnover at midcourt. Not Daniels. That's why Daniels was able to pick up the loose ball, because he wasn't involved in the initial beginning of the turnover. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 1 of 2, and that cuts the lead to 17-15.
That takes us to the end of the first quarter. Back and forth contest, but the Mustangs will have the advantage at the end of 8 minutes. 17-15 is your score at our first break here on Wednesday night basketball action from Mustang Arena. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Apologies for the brief delay in our broadcast. We had to get some system technical issues taken care of during the break between quarters. We are back now. All you've missed is a Campbell basket that evened up the score for Tavares. And now Wekiva lets an air ball tray go. For the 3 for Kevin Daniels, and the Bulldogs have their first lead of the night. Johnson's a D, is getting double teamed there. Loses his dribble, got to get rid of it. He finds some help from St. Pierre. The rotation, the tray from Johnson off the heel. St. Pierre gets an easy rebound, but can't convert into the layup. Mustangs have done everything right on that possession other than get the ball in the hole. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter and a 5-0 run for the Bulldogs since we came out of the break to take the lead. And now scoop shot from Kevin Daniels. And it's been the Kevin Daniels show these last couple possessions. Now a 5-point lead for Tavares. St. Pierre looking to the corner for Darian Thomas. There it is. Lewin St. Pierre to Darian Thomas. 3. That is a boon for the Mustang cause. Gets them back to within a one-possession ball game. 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. Spin move by Daniels. Good defensive work there by Jason Francillon, but the Bulldogs hang on to it. Rotation back around to Daniels, and he is short on his tray attempt. Darian Thomas has the rebound for the Mustangs. Under 5 minutes now in the half. Mustangs have looked good tonight, but have just not been able to string together enough consistency, particularly on the shooting accuracy. Now St. Pierre bumbling into the key, and he draws contact. Foul is called against Tavares, number 3, King. That's his first personal foul, the team's first of this quarter. And as a reminder, just in case you were on a mountain hermitage last year and missed the update, we are now following NBA-style rules for fouls. That means we go to 2-shot penalty on the 5th foul of the quarter. 3 for Darian Thomas on the go-ahead basket. And so a couple of dazzling trays for the Mustangs have recovered their early second quarter slump. Now chasing all the way to the key, that's Kevin Daniels through traffic for 2. 10 points for him tonight. He has nearly half the offensive production of the Bulldogs. And now we're going to get some contact at the other end. Foul is called against number 3, Stephen King. That's his second personal foul, the team's second of the quarter. Stephen King, I assume, no relation to the author, but a great name nonetheless. Now Leuven St. Pierre looking for something in the key, doesn't have it. Outlet to the corner with Thomas. That's not there, but cleanup work by Bryce Dees. So Bryce Dees on the scoreboard, his first basket of the night. Now Juju Johnson causing some harassment in the backcourt, gets to the front court anyway, and there it is. That's Daniels on the pass to Williams for 2. Tray doesn't fall for Leuven St. Pierre. Bulldogs trying to go coast to coast. Contact made. Stephen King fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Bulldogs. The foul is called against Mustangs. Number 11, Jason Francillon, his second, the team's first of this quarter. King looking for his first points of the game. And that one rims out. Second shot away for King, and that one's there. 25-27 now. Those free throws will put the Bulldogs back in the lead, at least for the moment. Pass, there was some contact, and there's the call. Whistle about a half a second behind, but it was there. Foul is called against number 11, Williams. That's his first personal foul. The team's third of this quarter, and it sends Kenny DeJuice to the line, shooting 2 for the Mustangs. 4 points for Kenny DeJuice. Can he make it 6? No, that one is off the heel. Samuels returns to the game for the Bulldogs. Second one finds the mark for DeJuice. Under 3 minutes to go here in second quarter. Double team trap. Did he step out? I heard a whistle. It is a timeout. 30-second timeout requested by the Bulldogs. So the Tavares coach saw that his team was in trouble and got the clock stopped. We'll be back with more from Mustang Arena in just a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. It's been a back and forth contest. Kenny DeJuice with a free throw shot took it to within one, so now a 1 point advantage for Tavares with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. A lot to like about what we've seen from the Mustangs tonight. They have overcome adversity. We've talked about, Neil and I have talked about many times before, where one thing goes wrong for the Mustangs, it gets in their head, and then it starts a downward spiral. They have so far avoided that tonight as Jason Francillon is called on the foul prior to the shot. It's his third, the team's second of this quarter. Unsurprisingly, he will come out. And Darius Holiday is into the game for him. 3 fouls when you still got 18 and change of game time left. Traveling Mustangs ball. 2 minutes, 15 seconds now. And the Mustangs will pick up an extra possession here and an opportunity to retake the lead. Nothing there for Holiday. He pops out to Dees. Doesn't have the tray. Rebound falling to Campbell. And there's the inside pass. Akeem Byfield picks up 2 for the Bulldogs. Buck and a half to go here in the second quarter. And Mustangs still have just a 1 possession deficit to make up. Of course, all the nice things I just said about Wekiva, you could also say for Tavares. They've definitely had a couple of possessions that didn't go their way, sometimes 2 or 3 in a row, and they have managed to psychologically and physically bounce back. This time, though, Juju Johnson gets the better of Daniels, tries to take it to the house himself, and it's not there. We're going to get some contact on the rebound. Foul's called against number 4, Juju Johnson. That's his first personal foul, the team's third of this period. 61 seconds to go before we go to intermission. Mustangs now running a full court press, man on man, but not pressing it particularly hard. And a high You want the Cupid shuffle back? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Apologies for the broadcast interruption there. Fortunately, most of it occurred during halftime. You only missed the last couple seconds of the first half. We had an equipment malfunction. One of the players behind us, as they were moving back and forth, tripped on our camera cable and yanked the entire card out of the broadcasting rig. So we appreciate your patience while we got that back online. But anyway, like I said, most of what you missed was halftime. So 29-28. It will be a Tavares 1-point lead coming back. Wekiva will have the possession when we come back to live action. And we are back online. I do have one correction to make. All right, we are back to live action here at Mustang Arena. This is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for the second half, and we're going to get a foul right off the bat on the first possession. Foul's called against Akeem Byfield, his first personal foul, the team's first of this period. This has been a back-and-forth ball game. Neither team really has been able to claim a significant advantage. I don't think we've seen more than a two-possession lead in either direction the entire game. And now we're going to get a foul against the Mustangs. This time it's going to be a shooting foul. Mustangs foul is called against number 25, Eric Nichols. That's his first personal foul, the team's first. And that will send Landon Samuel to the line shooting two. Samuel with 4 points so far tonight. Hits his first. Second is off the heel. However, Dylan Campbell comes up with the rebound. Team control foul is called against Dylan Campbell. That's his first, the team's second, and it turns the ball over to the Mustangs. Ball is in to the Mustangs. St. Pierre directing traffic for Wekiva. You could tell that Juju Johnson wanted to go to Nichols, but thought better of it because he had two tall guys to get over. St. Pierre, again, getting trapped, has to kick it out to Nichols. To St. Pierre, he's got a tree in front of him on the baseline. No shot clock so far this year in high school basketball, and the Mustangs taking advantage of that as finally they do let a shot go. St. Pierre not able to get the tray to fall. The rebound goes to Kevin Daniels. There's been talk, as there has been talk for years, of putting a shot clock into effect in high school basketball as we get a basket by Kevin Daniels. It seems like we may be getting closer to the finish line, though. The FHSAA authorized it last year for special events with special permission. This year it is authorized for anybody who wants to do it, and the visiting school does not even necessarily have to agree. However, Orange County, of course, wants to make a unified, consistent decision as a county. So they're not going to have just Wekiva or just Ocoee or just Colonial turn on the shot clock at any given time. They're going to make that decision and do it all at once. But from what I've heard through the grapevine, there are discussions going on and bids being solicited. Of course, the primary barriers of the shot clock are the cost of installation and the resources of actually maintaining it. 30-second timeout called by the Mustangs, and we'll be back from Mustang Arena. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi here with you for a basket by Kenny DeJuste. So whatever Coach Lubin said during that timeout, it worked. Mustangs right back in this. It may feel like the last 2.5 minutes have been mostly Tavares momentum, and that's probably true. But believe it or not, it's still just a one-possession ball game. And the turnover on the Tavares end will give the Mustangs an opportunity to tie it up or take the lead here. As I was mentioning going into the break, the shot clock has been the hot topic. It seems like every season, somewhere in Florida, you see a news article as we get a foul called against Amari Walker. His first, the team's third of this quarter. Seems like there's a story somewhere from Florida every year about a game that's 5-3 at halftime, and there's an uproar, but then we are not able to do anything about it because, again, the extreme expense, which is more than you think it is Eric Nichols to Caden Gene Lewis for the basket and the chance at a three-point play. The foul is called against Akeem Byfield, his second, the team's fourth. So it looks like we may be finally getting there. Orange County has been soliciting bids for shot clocks, has a kind of tentative outline of what a plan might look like to install them across the county. And then the Central Florida Officials Association has come up with a affordable framework for adding a fourth official to the crew to run it. Part of the challenge with a shot clock is that somebody has to run it. Now, you can ask an adult volunteer or coach or staff member from the host school to run it. There are always concerns, though, about home court advantage and also the fact that a shot clock operator actually has to exercise independent discretion and understanding of the rules of the game rather than simply following the official's instructions. As we get a basket by Juju Johnson. The other alternative is to pay an official, just like the three officials that you have on the court at every varsity game, but then that's an additional cost. So everybody's working on trying to find a way to make this affordable as we get a foul called against Juju Johnson. It's his second personal foul, the team's second of this quarter, and Bryce Dees is back in for Wekiva. So like I said, it's been a long time coming. You won't find a whole lot of coaches, fans, players, etc., who are against the idea of a shot clock in principle. Everybody seems to think it's a good idea. It's just a matter of figuring out how to make it actually happen in a fair and consistent way that is actually sustainable. As we get a call of traveling Mustangs ball. So, as I said, it's been something that has almost happened, been about to happen any minute now for the last several years, but it seems that we are potentially closer than we've ever been, so who knows By the time we get to season 19 and 2025-2026 season, we may be finally using shot clocks at the high school level. D's for three, short. And Caden Jean Lewis not able to chase it down as that rolls out of bounds. Amari Walker is going to inbound it for Tavares. Still a one-possession ball game, but the and one play from Caden Jean Lewis on the assist from Eric Nichols is put it in Wekiva's favor. They lead for the first time since mid-second quarter. And we've got a full timeout requested by Tavares. We'll be back with more from Mustang Arena in just a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi here with you for Wednesday night basketball action. And this one has been a good one. Both teams playing pretty well as Kevin Daniels makes his way through traffic for two. That pulls us back to a one-point ball game. Again, I have not been keeping detailed statistics, but anecdotally, I feel like this game has not gone more than two possessions in either direction as far as the lead. The entire night it's been back and forth. Foul's called against Landon Samuel for two hands. That's his second personal foul. The team's fifth penalty situation. Juju Johnson will be at the line, shooting two for the Mustangs. So again, in case you've been living under a rock for the last year we switched from using the NCAA women's rules for fouls and bonus, which used to be 1-and-1 bonus on the 7th foul of the half and 2-shot bonus on the 10th foul of the half. We now use NBA or NCAA men's style rules where there is no such thing as 1-and-1 bonus, and it is 2-shot bonus on the 5th foul of the quarter. So that changes the strategy just a little bit. It's still more or less the same idea. We got a steal, and there it is! The steal and one for Juju Johnson. Foul's called against Bulldogs number 3, Stephen King. That's his third personal foul. Juju Johnson with 9 points for the Mustangs. And he makes it 10 as he completes the old-fashioned three-point play. 6-point advantage for the Mustangs, and again, I could be wrong here, but I believe that is their largest lead of the night. It is at least a tie for that, as they had a little bit of a run early in the first quarter out of the starting blocks. Now another turnover for the Bulldogs, and drain the rain. 3 for Juju Johnson. 13 points for him, 5 of them in the last 30 seconds. And all of a sudden, now this is absolutely, I'm confident, the largest lead of the game for the Mustangs at 9 points. Short, nothing but air for Dylan Campbell. Second chance basket, not going to fall for King either. Bounce pass to Juice. Got to do something with it. He goes to the key, lets it go himself, and it's wide left. Second chance not there either. Little trouble at the top of the key, but the Mustangs recover nicely. That's Francillin to Kenny DeGiust for 2. And the Mustangs extend their lead to 11. Continuing the run, the steal, the shot, the foul. Juju Johnson is fouled on the jumper. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against Dylan Campbell. That's his second. And so now you see success begets success, and the lack of focus and stamina on the Bulldogs side also compounding on itself. We've seen ball control become a problem for them. Should be noted, they only have 2 timeouts left, so if we need to correct strategy here as we get into the fourth quarter, limited opportunities to do it, and they're going to take one of them right here. Can't say I disagree, but that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout left for the fourth quarter. Full timeout requested by the Bulldogs. Back with more from Mustang Arena in just a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi here with you for the last 97 seconds of the third quarter here. It's been all Wekiva for the last, about 5 minutes or so, as they are now at their largest lead of the game, 12 points. And now finally trying to break the run, and it is going to be a defensive foul. When you have a collision like that, it's either going to be a charge or a block. This time it's a block. Kenny DeGiust is called on the foul. That's his second, the team's third, and that will send Dylan Campbell to the line to shoot 2. So, of course, if you're not familiar with the distinction there, the difference between a charge and a block is whether or not the defender moves his feet. That's the main difference anyway. If the defender is able to establish and maintain his position without moving his feet, and the player with the ball charges through him and causes contact and knocks him out of that position by force, that is an offensive charge and results in a turnover. And the basket, if it goes in, doesn't count. That one does, though. Kenny DeGiust for 2. On the other hand, if the defensive player fails to establish and maintain a position with his feet firmly planted and not moving, then it is the defender's responsibility and accountability for causing the contact. And then in that case, it is a shooting foul, specifically a blocking foul. And it sends them to the line for 2, or if the basket goes in, would be a 3-point play opportunity. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Still a 12-point ball game despite the free throws. And now we're going to get contact on the loose ball. Jason Francillin is called on his 4th personal foul, the team's 4th of this period. Probably about enough time for 1 or 2 more possessions here, and count it, 3 for Jason Francillin. I know he's about to come out of the game with 4 fouls, but boy, Coach Lubin is glad he didn't get a chance to replace him yet. 15-point advantage for the Mustangs, largest of the game. The tray from Daniels is short, and now fast break opportunity. Johnson releases the layup just a little too early. And it's scooped up by Walker and delivered to Daniels, and now blocked by Kenny DeJuiced. I promise that clock is not possessed. It's just that it lags behind the actual scoreboard. We'll get that fixed. 1.5 seconds remaining. Leuven St. Pierre comes in for Juju Johnson. The tray doesn't fall, and that takes us to the end of the third period. It's been a run for the Mustangs, outscoring the Bulldogs 23-7 since halftime, and that takes us to a 51-36 ball game going into the final 8 minutes here at Wednesday night basketball action from Mustang Arena. Back with more in a moment. The Bulldogs have the opening possession of the fourth quarter. Welcome back to the conclusion of Wednesday night basketball action, Mustangs versus the Bulldogs, and we're going to start with a 3 from number 3, Stephen King. That is points number 2, 3, and 4 for him tonight. Quick answer down the paint for Leuven St. Pierre on the layup. Mustangs can afford to make that trade thanks to their dominating performance in the third quarter, and as often as the Mustangs have been on the other end of that third quarter slump, I know they're feeling good right now being on the winning side of it. Of course, there's still 7 minutes and change of ball game to play, and a lot can change, so the Mustangs will need to keep the pressure up. This is certainly, even at a 14-point advantage, by no means a foregone conclusion yet. Too much heat from Akeem Byfield, and Bryce Dees is going to take over for the Mustangs. Mustangs have no particular motivation to rush this. The clock is their friend. DeJuice lets an anemic almost tray go, and that's short. Now the outlet pass, and almost goaltended. It didn't really matter, though. Second chance basket by Kevin Daniels. So we can go back and watch that one in an instant replay. It was swatted away right at the top of its arc, so probably a photo finish on whether that was a proper blocked shot or goaltending. But like I said, it didn't matter. Poetic justice was delivered on the putback no matter what. Foul called against number 10, Dylan Campbell, his third. The team's first this quarter. It sends the Mustangs to the free throw line. Kenny DeJuiced shooting 2. So DeJuiced with 11 points. Top scorer, at least on the court, and misses his first. Second shot away. This one finds the mark. Holiday back into the game for the Mustangs. Wekiva not putting extreme pressure on the full court, but they are running man-to-man across the whole length of the court. And now trying to get through traffic. A long arm coming out from Amari Walker on the layup. And now the Mustangs will do a little monkey in the middle all the way down to half court. Little swing move, razzle dazzle, maybe a little more style than was absolutely necessary, but still Darian Thomas draws the contact as Kylan Dotson is called on his first personal foul, the team's second of this period. Markel Anderson makes an appearance, and Leuven St. Pierre took an extra step as he went into the key. That'll cost the Mustangs the possession. Caden Jean Lewis is back into the game for Bryce Dees. Five and a half to go here. The Mustangs don't necessarily need to do anything dazzling. They just need to hold the line. 11-point lead. Darian Thomas keeping the pressure up. And the steal happens. Caden Jean Lewis comes up with it after all is said and done. Little reverse move. Pops it out to a wide open Markel Anderson. Looking for his first points of the night, and the tray is a little too hot. Outlet pass, dangerous pass, but it's reeled in by Dylan Campbell. And there it is. That's Dylan Campbell to Kylan Dotson for the Bulldog basket. That takes it down to a 9-point advantage. Bulldogs trying to chip away at the Mustangs lead that was as high as 15. Leuven St. Pierre had a nice move there, did everything except get the ball in. And now Amari Walker comes out from over his skis and goes down, ball out of bounds, Mustangs ball. Leisurely stroll into the front court for Leuven St. Pierre. 4:20 to go here in the ball game. Again, the Mustangs in no particular hurry. The clock is their friend here. They obviously don't want to do anything too reckless, but look for them to play conservative. Double team nearly gets the better of Juju Johnson. He hangs on to it. Leuven St. Pierre gets backed against the sideline, and he does the smart thing. Bounce it off the defender. Live to fight another day. So Tavares turning up the heat, making the Mustangs work for it if they're going to hold the ball. And now patience pays off. Darian Thomas on the jumper for two. 8 points in the books for him tonight out of the Mustangs 56. That puts the lead back into double digits. 11-point ball game as we've got about 3.5 to play. Time starting to run out on the Bulldogs. They're going to have to get some unanswered baskets, and they're going to have to get them right soon. Foul's called against Juju Johnson. That's his third personal foul. The team's first this quarter, and it sends Kevin Daniels to the line, shooting 2 for the Bulldogs. Kevin Daniels is the leading scorer for Tavares with 16 points tonight. Fails to make the first one. Second one finds the mark. back to a 10-point lead even. Again, the game not conceded yet, certainly. 3 minutes and 30 seconds is a lot of time. Long outlet pass. Caden Gene Lewis let go of his layup too soon, but he redeems himself. Gene Lewis gets his own putback for 2. 5 points for him tonight. Mustangs back out above a 10-point lead. They've led by as much as 15. And really the momentum swung just a couple minutes into the third quarter. It was all back and forth in the first half. No clear advantage for either team of who really had the momentum and who was the underdog. But it became apparent in the third quarter that this was the Mustangs' momentum, and it was going to be Tavares fighting to claw their way back. More precious time coming off the clock. Foul is called against number 3, Stephen King. It's his 4th, team's 3rd of this quarter. Thomas gets out of the corner trap. Again, the Mustangs not in any particular hurry to force anything to happen. And Jason Francellin gets his own putback. So patience continues to pay off for Wekiva. They are nearly back to their strongest lead of the game at 14. It's been as high as 15. 2 minutes and change to go here. We'll go to the corner. There it is. Kevin Daniels to Landon Samuel for 3. So that keeps Tavares in the hunt. Foul's called against Amari Walker. That's his 2nd personal foul, the team's 4th of this quarter. Stephen King comes off. Hakeem Byfield replacing him. 11-point lead for the Mustangs, and they have the ball. Trey, I'm not really sure that was necessary, but Darian Thomas gets it off the heel. Jason Francellin just needs to grow a couple of inches to get that dunk. Valiant block attempt by Leuven St. Pierre. I think he might have grabbed a little contact there, and he did. Leuven St. Pierre is called on the block. That's his 1st. The team's 2nd. That will send Amari Walker to the line, shooting 2. So realistically here, you could take it down to a 3-possession ball game with some connections here. But Wekiva has been stingy tonight. And unless something dramatically changes in the final 88 seconds, this one could be on its way into the books. Francellin thought about it, but didn't need it. St. Pierre takes it himself, and there it goes. Leuven St. Pierre. I think that should just about put a lid on this one. 11-point ball game with under a minute to play. Still, though, Tavares is going to go out the honorable way, playing to the last second. A little bit of personnel change here as we go into the last 45 seconds. As Nichols and Bryce Dees come back onto the court for Wekiva. Caden Jean Lewis puts an exclamation point. Takes us to the end of the ball game. It was the momentum shift early in the third quarter that sealed the deal for Wekiva. They established the lead there and never gave it up again. 65-51 is your final score here on Wednesday night basketball action. Mustang fans, we hope we will see you back here tomorrow night. That is a change to your schedule. That was supposed to be an away game at Horizon. It is now going to be a home game instead. So please make a note of that. It is a home game, not an away game, tomorrow against Horizon. And then girls have senior night coming up on Friday. That'll be the ceremony starting at 6:30, and then the game to follow at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow's game we will only be broadcasting on an FHS network. Because of the change, we were not able to get the resources lined up to do that at the last minute. So we will not have a live broadcast on YouTube tomorrow night, but we will on Friday. For those of you here in the arena, thanks so much for coming out and spending part of your Wednesday evening with us. Those of you listening online, thanks so much for tuning in, and we hope that you will subscribe before you go. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Wekiva Sports, and bookmark WekivaMustangs.com for all of your scores, schedules, and more. Thanks again for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night from Mustang Arena.